These are the questions from the short review I gave you to do. You've already completed them on your own. Now you're going to go through and see how you did. If you come across any that you are still confused on, please come see me in the morning because our test is tomorrow, and you can ask me and I can clear up what problems you were having. The first question was the bar graph that represented the fast foods of the 7th grade students at a local junior high, the favorites. You were to calculate mean, median, mode, and range for the data set. There are 4 pieces of data. Hamburgers was 120, hot dog 100, pizza was between 140 and 160, so it's 150, and the taco was between 120 and 140, so it was 130 students. The measures of central tendency were mean 125, median 125, mode, there was no mode, and then the range, when you subtract the greatest and the least, you should have gotten 50. The next bar graph has 2 questions. The first one, who scored second highest on the test and how do you know? The second one, how many more points would Janet have needed to have the same test score as Deb? The first question answer was Dale because he had the second highest bar on the graph. The second question was asking for the difference between Janet and Deb's scores, and it was about 25. If you look at Deb, she's between 90 and 100. We would put her at 95, and Janet was at 70, so the difference is 25. These questions were basically true or false questions. The first one said the number of girls taking history in the morning is more than the number of boys. Well, the second one, there are more girls enrolled at the school than boys, true or false. And letter C, more boys enjoy science than girls. And it wants to know which statements are supported by the facts in the bar graph. Well, the first one is supported by the facts in the bar graph. If you look at history, girls are outnumbering the boys in that subject. Letter B, there are more girls enrolled at the school than boys. Well, there are more girls than boys in English, more girls than boys in history. In math, they're equal. The only one that has more boys is science, but it's just slightly higher. So I think that that's a true statement that we could support with the data in the graph. The third one, if you look at science, it looks like maybe the boys do enjoy science more, but this is not a fact question. Enjoy would say that that's an opinion, so we really can't say that that's a fact supported using this graph. So that one's false. The next graph is a line plot about average age of shoppers. Question 1 is how many of the shoppers surveyed were older than 19? Question 2, what is the range and mode of this data? If you look over 19, there were 2 in 21 and 3 in 22, so that is a total of 5. And number 2, to find the range first, we take our highest value that has an x over it, which is 22, subtract our lowest value with an x over it, which is 15, and we get 7 as the range, and our most frequent age is 18. This one is a true or false. The number of calories Monica would have to burn on day 6 for the mean of the data set to be 280 calories is 210. So that means let's put 210 in that blank and see if our mean is 280. With 210 in there, when you add all the values, you get 1,680. And when we calculate mean, we add everything up and we divide by how many values we have, which is 6. And when you divide, it does come out to 280 calories. So that is a true statement. And your last problem was the amount of money Claire would set aside for week 6 in order for the median and mode of the data set to be equal is $25. So if we put $25 in that blank, we're trying to see is it true that the median and mode now will be equal. It turned out to be false. If we put $25 in the blank, our median falls between 25 and 27 because there's 6 pieces of data. So that would be 26. The mode is 25, but they are not equal. So this is a false statement. hopefully with all the activity and review we've done, you're going to do great on the test tomorrow. So see you tomorrow. Come ask me questions in the morning if you have them, and do great on that test. Good luck.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.